Well, it's that time of year again, isn't it? We're all getting very excited for FM23, the beta just around 2 weeks away now, and I think it's time I told you what we're going to be doing next year. We've been teasing our saves for a while, you know roughly what to expect, but let's announce some teams, let's announce some plans, and show you what's going to be on this channel and my Twitch channel for the next year or so. If you like the sound of that and enjoy the plans as we go through them, then please do add a thumbs up on the video. Let me know in the comments at the end which one you're looking forward to the most, or which clubs you're planning to manage in FM23. Subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on to stay up to date with everything on this channel over the next year or so. And of course, you can find other playlists, including our FM23 save ideas, our Twitch channel, and last year's version of our main save the head coach, all up in the eye above. Ways to support the channel and links to other platforms in the description below. But let's get straight into the meat and bones of this episode, because it is all about what we're planning to do for the next year. As we do that, I have to thank you, of course, for the last 12 months, because the channel has again had unimaginable growth, and hopefully we can keep that feat going for the next year or so. Thank you to all of those who are patron subscribers on Twitch, members here, and support the channel in that way. And all of you who watch the adverts, put a thumbs up, give us a comment, and even just say hi and get involved in the chat. It all does make a difference. So thank you for being a part of my little community. I really do appreciate it. However, you're here for one reason. You want to know what's coming next. So let's start by revealing our first FM23 save. And there's no prizes at all for guessing this one right. That's right, the head coach is back yet again. It's the staple save of the channel, it's the main save every year, and this year is no different. However, there is one similarity. Mikel Arteta is now the cover star, it's official. So Mikel, don't get sacked, that's all I'm asking you. We need some good luck in this one. We did have a pretty good year in FM22. If you're new to the channel and don't know what it is, I'll give you a little run through, but firstly, you can find last year's version up in the eye above if you want some hints. Let's talk through the rules and a little bit you can expect from the head coach though. So the rules of this save type are very simple. We start unemployed with no coaching badges or experience. We try and reach the top of domestic and continental football. Doesn't have to be Europe. We'll take whichever job comes up first. We try to make realistic decisions when changing clubs. That includes considering wage, location, affinities, if it's a rival of a club you support, and things like that. However, ultimately, if we start getting sackings, we might only have one offer to choose from. So we'll wait and see how that pans out. We've had varying levels of success over the years and a various number of sackings. Last year being the first time we had 0. So let's hope we can keep that up. However, there is a slight twist to the head coach. It's not just your standard unemployed journeyman save. It is also working under the director of football model. We must work under that director of football model at all times, which means we will have no say in transfers, in contracts, or in staffing at the club. There will obviously be no use of the player and staff search screens, but it does mean our success is largely determined by our recruitment team. And that's why the changes to recruitment and the AI improvements this year are going to make such a difference to this save. Though we don't have the big state-of-the-art gaming PC, we have managed to load about 35 leagues from 25 countries in previous years. If the same specs are there this year, that should allow us plenty of different places to start. We could begin our journey in a different continent too. If we look at last year, the first job interviews we had were England, Finland and India. So it could be as widespread as that. It would be lovely to have some brilliant stops along the way, but hopefully we ultimately reach the top of the game. That is our aim as the head coach. Well, you can expect to see this on the channel as soon as the beta's released. We will record episode 1 and get it out ASAP. Then throughout the beta, both long-term stories, yes, there's going to be 2, will be out daily for those first couple of weeks. And then after that, the 2 stories rotate at 3:30 every day. The Build a Nation being the other save we're going to do. We'll reveal the club in a minute. But 3:30 is the daily time for the head coach. It's our main slot. You all know that if you've been here before. But for new faces, the head coach is one not to miss. And we're going to be back with that as soon as the beta's out. So that's the head coach out the way, the main staple of this channel. But let's move on to the Build a Nation save this year. I've been teasing it for a while without giving away the exact club and country, But we all know that in FM21, we had a pretty epic story with Bangor City here. 20 seasons, we ended up not being the story of the save because of what AI Wraith Rovers achieved. But it is an absolutely brilliant way to play the game. There's frustrations, there's difficulty in terms of competing in European football, but who are we going to be managing this year? And is it going to be a builder club and a builder nation? You bet it is. Let's go and see who the club's going to be. Drum roll, please. Well, that's right, and there have been some teasers on the channel with some of the images I've used in posts and things in the last few months. But the team we're going to be taking on is Lisburn Distillery, a third-tier side in Northern Irish football. I'm not going to talk too much about the reasons why at the moment because we've got a nice little history lesson prepared for episode 1 of that save. But the aim is very simple. Take a club that were once near the top of Northern Irish football, back from the third tier to the top of Northern Ireland, and ideally to the top of European football. Something we never managed with Bangor City. There are a few little rules that we follow in this save as well. Those of you that have watched the channel before will know that we very rarely have saves where we use the player and staff search screen, and that is exactly the same for this long-term save too. Attribute masking will also be on to try and make it as difficult as possible, because particularly with a club at the level of Distillery, there's not going to be a massive scouting pool, and hopefully that will force us to invest in it to get the rewards. So that is one of the things I'm very stubborn on. We never use the player and staff search screens in our long-term saves. And the aim is simple, get them to the top and turn the club professional as early as possible. The quicker we can do that, the quicker we can improve players. And as we've seen before on this channel, I'm not one who's going to go out and unrealistically splash the cash. I like to build things properly. I like to build the off the pitch first. I like to have good facilities, a professional club, and then our players can improve anyway. So it's not just going to be quick fixes across the board. Those of you that have been here before will know that well. But if you're new along, don't worry. We are having fun in Northern Ireland. We've got to take the club up 2 divisions. Then we've got to dominate the country. Then we've got to try and compete in Europe. It's going to be brilliant fun. And I'm just hoping it's going to give me a bit of nostalgia for the Bangor City save from FM21. Yes, that was in Wales, but it's got a similar feel. Both minnow nations in terms of European club coefficient, so a real chance for us to press on and take that country to the next level. Daily episodes can be found at 11:30 each day throughout the beta, and then after that we'll rotate at 3:30 each day with the head coach. But again, during that first few weeks, we want to have 2 episodes a day, and these 2 stories have had me so excited for a good 6 or 7 weeks now, so I hope they make you feel the same too. Let me know in the comments what you think of this save. Will it eclipse Bangor City? Can we take them further in Europe, or will we not get as far? And let me know who you're going to be managing if you're doing a builder nation too. But that's YouTube out the way. We've got a few more little bits to talk about later on. But for the last main save, we need to talk about Twitch. Livestream save incoming. That's right, for legal reasons we are playing Play the Cards Right with Woking FC, the cards themselves in the National League. Our Twitch livestream series will start as soon as the beta comes out. We're not going to faff around with beta saves. We are going to get straight into it. The aim is going to be simple. Take them from the National League to the Premier League. We'll talk about the reasons we've picked them in a bit. As always, and as with the Builder Nation, we won't be using the player or staff search screens. However, the difference on Twitch, because of some of the channel rewards and the channel points you can claim, is that attribute masking will be off. That is nothing to do with the save other than to allow us to fulfill player search requests, because a lot of the time you ask how's this person getting on, and I need to be able to show you, don't I? So that's the only big difference from that save. The reason we picked them though is pretty interesting. They've got some good players by National League standard. They had a pretty tough year last year, but they've also got a few fairly experienced former Luton players, which is part of the interest I've got in them. An old, ageing centre-half partnership, but 2 defenders very good in the air. Maybe we can play set pieces. Maybe we can play a very different style of play. Long ball, direct, rugged, compared to other games where I try to play a bit more fluently. Of course, you've got the added interest of the likes of Hollywood, Wrexham, massive clubs like Notts County, great managers like Paul Cook, all currently in the National League. So even getting that first step out of non-league football is going to be a real tough job for us here. However, we aim to do it, and get 3 more promotions after that. It's going to be a long save. It might take us all the way through the year, but throughout the beta period, we're going to get off to a quick start. Daily live streams, I've not decided the time yet. There will be some votes coming out on that soon. But throughout the beta period, we'll be live every day for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then after that, we'll have regular streams at least 3 or 4 times a week. Add to that some of the other plans we've got, and Twitch is going to be active for the rest of this year. So let's finish the episode by talking about some of those plans that will affect YouTube, Twitch, and some of our other platforms too. So firstly, we've got to talk about FM23 Mobile, something we always cover on this channel. A first look and a mini-series will be on YouTube from release day at 6 PM. So that normally comes out on the same day as the full release of FM, which as it stands will be Tuesday the 8th of November. The club we're going to manage is to be confirmed, and the reason for that is when the beta comes out, we're going to start running polls. So keep your eyes peeled for them. You will get to choose from 3 or 4 clubs which one I manage in FM Mobile. There's also going to be episodes of Top 3, which have been a really popular addition to the channel this year. Some of our guides and experiments from FM23 too, every Sunday evening on the channel. Though they're a little bit different to our normal content and our long-term stories, I really enjoy making them, and it's a lovely way to find new people to join our brilliant little community. Moving back to Twitch and talking about a busy finish to the year, well, we've got this bizarre Winter World Cup on the horizon, haven't we? And we're going to have watch-along live streams every day on Twitch during the group stages. It starts on Sunday, November the 20th. I'll post my schedule at the start of next month. But we're going to be watching games, playing quizzes, having some fun, and talking football whilst watching football. It doesn't get much better than that for us on the big stage. We had great fun doing it in the Euros last summer, so hopefully the same will apply this time around. And then away from our main 2 channels here, we will still have weekly content over on our FM blog. You can find the website link down in the description. That's been going really well, so thank you to everyone who's checked that out. And then finally, there's a special Christmas merchandise design list coming next weekend. And there's some fun Christmas twists on our classic football cliche design. So hopefully you'll check them out. There will be a special discount code coming with FM23 as well. And of course, you can get access to that now if you join as a member on certain tiers. But thank you very much for coming along for my FM23 Plans video. I really hope you like the sound of what we've got prepared. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be honest, I've been excited about the 2 long-term saves for a long while. I hope you'll come and join me on Twitch. We're still playing F1 Manager at the moment. A massive, massive thank you for your support with everything. It has been greatly appreciated. The Discord link is down in the description if you want to come and chat with us regularly about FM plans. And of course, you can pre-order the game on Amazon using my link in the description. But if you find it cheaper elsewhere, then please do get it that way because times are hard. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for coming along. Let me know in the comments what series you're most looking forward to and what club you're most looking forward to managing first in Football Manager 2023. It's getting close. The excitement is building. If you're looking forward to it and what I've got planned, please do add a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe and turn that notification bell on to make sure you don't miss a beat. As I mentioned before, you can get tasters to previous series up in the eye above. We're keeping the ball rolling with Brighton in our 2nd season of a short-term save. That one's up there as well, and we'll be back tomorrow at 3:30. And links in the description to all the ways to support the channels and all the other platforms and social medias too. But before I go, if you're looking for FM23 save ideas, do check out the playlist above my head now. We've got a few top 3s with different save ideas for next year, and hopefully they'll give you some inspiration. Thank you for watching my plans though. I hope you're looking forward to them. And I'll see you next time as we edge closer to the FM23 beta.